Hey friends, Ashish here from Guiding Tech, and in this video we'll do a quick side-by-side comparison of the OnePlus X with the Coolpad Note 3. We'll run some benchmarks and then launch apps on both of them to see the speed and the memory management. So let's get started and see how both of them perform against each other. So let's get started with the benchmark first of all, and just to make sure there are no recent apps running on both the devices. So let's launch Enter2, and so let's quickly start the test on both the devices. Now one thing to note here is that the Coolpad Note 3 is running the 64-bit Enter2 while the OnePlus X is on the 32-bit app. Now while the apps are doing the benchmarks, let's quickly take up their specs one after the other. The Coolpad Note 3 is powered by MediaTek MT6753 64-bit octa-core processor clocked at 1.3 GHz and a Mali T720 MP3 GPU. It has 3 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage topping that up. The rear camera is 13 megapixel while the front-facing shooter is 5 megapixels. The phone supports dual SIM and the memory can be expanded to up to 64 GB using an SD card. On the other hand, the OnePlus X is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 32-bit quad-core processor clocked at 2.3 GHz and an Adreno 330 GPU. It also has 3 GB of RAM and 16 GB of internal storage. The back camera is again 13 megapixel for the OnePlus X, while the front-facing shooter is at 8 megapixels. The phone has hybrid SD card slot and the memory can be expanded to as much as 128 GB. So the Coolpad Note 3 scores are out while the OnePlus X is still running the benchmark, and as you can see that both the scores are there in front of you. So let me just open up the details page so that you have a better look. Now as you can see that the OnePlus X score is around 39,928 while the Coolpad Note 3 has 36,110. Now the thing here to note is the GPU scores of the OnePlus X are higher and the CPU scores of the Coolpad Note 3 are higher. Now let's do one more benchmarking test on both the devices, and this time we'll be running the Geekbench Mark 3 on both of them. Now while this benchmarks run, I just wanted to let you know guys that we have already done a full in-depth review of the Coolpad Note 3, and you can check out the links as you can see on the top right hand side to open up the video. Also we have done a quick unboxing of the OnePlus X and the gaming review as well on both the devices, and you can also click on the link to check out those videos. So that said, let me just quickly fast forward this particular benchmark and let's get to the end results. So this time the OnePlus X finishes prior to the Coolpad Note 3, and let's just wait for the Coolpad Note 3 as well to give us the score. So according to me, this time difference is not because it has to do anything with the performance or whatsoever. It's just because that the OnePlus X has just 4 cores, like it's work on quad core, while the Coolpad Note 3 has octa core. So that's why the Geekbench Mark 3 is taking a bit more of time to, I guess, read the values on each of the core one after the other. Now we are just going to finish it in a while, and as you can see, the single core score is higher on the OnePlus X, but the multi-core score is like 2836, which is higher than the 2440 of the OnePlus X. Now that said, what I guess is the GPU when it comes to single core processing or the gaming, OnePlus X might be a better option than the Coolpad Note 3. But again, we'll have to see how the app launches on both of them and how both of them manages the memory. So let's get to the next part of the video where we'll launch apps on them simultaneously and see how the memory management works. Now starting fresh again, I just wanted to make sure that we are not running any of the backs on both the devices in the background. So let's start with a game, and that is the Subway Surfer. Now as you can see, the splash screen appeared first of all on the Coolpad Note 3, but the loading started on the OnePlus X. So it's kind of a +1 to the OnePlus X, because the game also is up and running on the OnePlus X prior to the Coolpad Note 3. Now the next we'll launch is Twitter. Now that was a close one, so let me just slow down the video, and as you can see that on the OnePlus X it was just a fraction of seconds delayed when compared to the Coolpad Note 3, so we can just make it a tie for both of them. Now let's take up Facebook, and the Coolpad Note 3 was again a fraction of a second faster than the OnePlus X. Now it's time for YouTube. So that was a close one, so let me slow down the video again and have a look. So it's clear that it was faster on the OnePlus X. Now let's go ahead and take up our next app. So right now I'll be launching the Play Store. So let's just launch the Play Store, and again the OnePlus X is faster than the Coolpad Note 3. So more or less it's a tough competition between both the devices, and so this is the Nitro, the Asphalt Nitro, and this loads faster on the OnePlus X. So the Survey Surfer loaded faster on the OnePlus X, while the Asphalt Nitro loaded faster on the Coolpad Note 3. Now let's take up the camera, and the Coolpad Note 3 was faster in this. So guys, this is a kind of a mixed thing we are getting. I mean, some apps are faster on the OnePlus X, some are faster on the Coolpad Note 3. So the dialer was faster on the OnePlus X. And now let's take up the browser. Now let's see how the web page loads on both the devices. So first of all, let's open the Guiding Tech website, and pretty much both of them loads it at the same time. I mean, all the elements, but yes, all the elements loads perfectly on the OnePlus X when compared to the Coolpad Note 3. Now let's take up one more website, a bit heavier website I consider it, and let's now just go ahead and open up the Verge homepage. So opening up the Verge homepage simultaneously on both of them. Now the OnePlus X is loading the elements faster than the Coolpad Note 3. So let me just refresh the page one more time so that both the devices are on exactly the same page before I click on the next link. Now again, as you can see, the page loaded faster on the OnePlus X when compared to the Coolpad Note 3. Let's take up the memory management now. So we launched the very first app we launched, and that is the Survey Surfer, and as you can see, the OnePlus X had to load the entire game. Again, the Coolpad Note 3 still has it in the memory, which is, I mean, both of them has 3 GB of RAM, so the memory management is it's kind of a better in the Coolpad Note 3. So let's take up another app. So it's the YouTube, and again the Coolpad Note 3 has it in the memory, and OnePlus X has to load it again. So taking up the third app, and this was the recent one, the Asphalt Nitro. And surprisingly, Coolpad Note 3 has both the games, all the apps in the memory, but the OnePlus X has to load each and every one of them. So the memory management on the Coolpad Note 3 is way better, and it's kind of a surprise when compared to the OnePlus X. So guys, that was the one-on-one between the OnePlus X and the Coolpad Note 3, and both of them have pretty much similar benchmark scores, and the app also ran on them at the same time. But yes, the Coolpad Note 3 memory management is superb when compared to the OnePlus X. Now this video was made after the OnePlus X received the OTA of the SD card issues, and it is now fixed. So I'm not sure why there's a bit of a lag in the memory management. So yes, do tell me what do you feel about this one-on-one between both the devices. If you like the video, do press the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, friends. Just hit the red subscribe button, and it will make sure that you receive our latest videos right on time. This was Ashish from Guiding Tech, wishing you a great day ahead. Bye bye.